When people think of the most famous child star in history, one face almost always comes to mind. A small boy, wide eyes, hands on his cheeks, screaming in shock. For millions, that image represents laughter, comfort, and childhood nostalgia. But for the boy behind that face, fame came with a price few could see. 𝐬𝐝 𝐸𝐾𝐿 didn't just become famous as a child, he became the child star. By the age of 10, he was one of the highest paid actors in the world. Studios wanted him, brands wanted him, audiences adored him. He wasn't just acting in movies, he was the movie. Success came fast, loud, and overwhelming. But while the world saw a lucky kid living a dream, 𝐬𝐝 was quietly losing something irreplaceable, a normal childhood. From a very young age, his life revolved around work, long hours, constant pressure, expectations no child should carry. While other kids were playing, he was performing. While others were learning who they were, he was learning how to please millions of strangers. And when you grow up like that, you don't get the chance to figure out who you are without the applause. The pressure didn't just come from Hollywood. It came from inside his own home. 𝐬𝐝 later revealed that his father was controlling and aggressive, pushing him relentlessly to keep working. Acting stopped being fun. It became survival. He felt trapped by fame, by family, by expectations he never asked for. Imagine being a child and realizing that your value to the world depends on how much money you make. By the time he reached his early teens, 𝐬𝐝 was exhausted, emotionally drained, burnt out. The same industry that once praised him began to move on. New faces replaced him. And just like that, the spotlight dimmed. But the world didn't let go. As 𝐬𝐝 grew older, the media followed his every move. Every change in his appearance became a headline. Every private struggle became public entertainment. When he tried to step away and live quietly, the world refused to forget the child he used to be. He wasn't allowed to grow. He was expected to remain frozen in time. Rumors spread, judgment followed, strangers assumed the worst. And once again, 𝐬𝐝 found himself performing, not on screen, but in real life, forced to exist under constant scrutiny. What many people didn't realize was that he wasn't falling apart. He was healing. He was reclaiming control over a life that had never truly been his. Behind the scenes, he fought legal battles to protect his earnings. He distanced himself from the industry. He chose privacy over fame. And for the first time, he made decisions for himself. Not for fans, not for studios, not for family expectations. Years later, when he finally spoke openly, his words shocked many. He didn't describe fame as a blessing. He described it as something that took more than it gave. He talked about childhood lost to pressure, about being treated like a product instead of a person. And that's the truth about many child stars. The world loves them when they're young, cute, and profitable. But once they grow, struggle, or change, the love turns into criticism. We applaud their success but ignore the cost. We celebrate the performances but forget the child behind them. 𝐬𝐝 𝐸𝐾𝐿's story isn't just about one famous kid. It's about an industry that consumes childhood and calls it entertainment. It's about how easy it is to cheer and how hard it is to care. Today, 𝐬𝐝 lives life on his own terms. He smiles more. He speaks honestly. He no longer needs to prove anything to anyone. And perhaps that's his greatest success. Not fame, not money, but freedom. So the next time you laugh at a childhood classic, remember this. Behind every smiling child star is a real human being, growing up under a spotlight they never chose. And sometimes the biggest tragedy of fame is losing the chance to just be a kid. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.